Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of the Overseer Times, proudly presented by the Propaganda Department of the IOWP. Our first subject today, the grand opening. This is our first news report ever, and so far it's been a blast. We want everybody to keep in mind, though, that this will probably be irregular in posting, since news in the IOWP happens at irregular intervals. Every time something cool does happen, though, you're sure to see us. Before we actually get into the core of the content, though, we are inviting you to join us, as we need more writers and voice actors like me. If you are interested, please ask at Bumlocked in DMs. Alright, our first story today comes from the meeting hosted last night. While it had low turnout, it held great change as the attendees voted on the joining of a new row nation, the Great Lakes Empire. After a proposition by Fergusnoot, they voted in favor of becoming one of the political parties of the nation. It's important to note, however, that the nation in question is still in its infantile stage, since it has not finished its game or set up many parts of its government quite yet. When it does, though, we'll be sure to report on it. Oh, and by the way, good news for those of you in the militia, because under that nation's law, it's actually legal to be in and have a militia. If you want any more information, you can check out the links below.
For our next story, we have an issue that many of you will find annoying. During that same meeting, discussions were held to prevent the rampant racism, sexism, etc. This may come as a shock considering many of our members participate in this, but the reality is that such behavior goes strongly against our integralist values, which promotes acceptance as preached in the Catholic faith. I mean, come on guys, it's in the name. Anyways, the fixes to this were simply yet decisive, with Lux Semper himself saying, "It is settled then, we will ban Ivan and empower Overay to fix the issue." Of course he was joking about Ivan, but they do in fact plan on empowering Overay. Moving on to our final story, India. As most of you know, we recently launched a successful coup in the India Row Nation. However, it isn't until now that proper plans to keep power have been announced. Eyewitnesses have stated that the following systems will be put into effect. 1. The institution of martial law with constant patrols and guards. 2. The prioritizing of government buildings for protection, since they hold symbolic value in relation to legitimacy of our new government. 3. The oppression of anti-IOWP organizations and persons within the area until things settle down in order to prevent further unrest.
Thank you for that wonderful overview, Hikani. Unfortunately, that's all we have in terms of stories today, but you will surely see us next time there's something worth reporting. Thank you for listening, and have a wonderful day.
Bombs away, blowing up the White House on the lake. Shining it right now. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, put me in a box in the Hall of Fame. Bombs away, blowing up the White House on the lake. Shining it right now. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, put me in a box in the Hall of Fame. King of the jungle, best one out and so humble. 100 gold chains and a bitch like Rapunzel. Rumble, how your bitches royally run through. If you don't rock with Willie, then it really is fuck you. I gotcha, all about the green like it's matcha. I make these bitches scream with my big rocket launcher. Stomp ya, deep into the streets of Sri Lanka on some shit they never